to read page after page.
I'm speaking, of course, of the great Odyssey.
Tale of Odysseus, master of the sea.
His travels, his struggles, his fantastical snuggles.
With nymphs and goddesses and non-magical muggles.
Stop it, you dunce. That's not the right story. This one is 76 times more gory.
You're right, my bad. It comes from all that bad schooling I've had.
Well, you're not alone, my friend, and that's why we're here, to make this Odyssey story more clear. Because if you're like me, who had a terrible time sludging through it in grade 8 or grade 9.
I didn't read the whole thing, I have to confess. We had a teacher who wasn't the best. We read 2 books, I think, the ones in the middle. The rest of the time, our thumbs we did twiddle. There was a movie in there with Armada Sante. I fell asleep, I drooled, I dreamed of a latte.
Well, drooling is history by Goose and by Zeus, because we're telling this epic in the style of Seuss.
And even better is the cheer in my heart of the hearts. We are going to leave out all the dull, boring parts.
So without further ado, here's the SeussOdyssey. And when we're done, you can go back to TV. Now the story starts in the most unruly place.
Odysseus' estate in the mountains of Thrace.
Hey, that's a lie. It takes place in Ithaca.
Why don't you try and find a rhyme for Ithaca, you big jerk?
Anyway, there at his home lived his marvelous wife, whom Odysseus loved with all of his life.
Penelope Ann Buffy McVeigh.
I am the queen of all I survey.
But things were not good. They were awfully poor, because her husband had not come home from the war.
And she had a son. We'll call him young Telly. Without a dad, he'd grown up all skinny and smelly.
Her husband's long absence was causing her fears. He'd been gone, after all, for 20 long years.
And up to the place came a number of guys who weren't very smart and weren't very wise.
Penelope Ann Buffy McVeigh. Come out, come wed me today.
I'm not coming out, you ugly old toad. I'm still married, you jerk, so hit the road.
Penelope Ann Buffy McVeigh. Marry me instead. With you, I'll stay.
Are you deaf? Are you dumb? Perhaps you don't hear. I'm still married to my man. He's awfully dear.
Penelope Ann Buffy McVeigh, I love you so much, I can't really say.
When my husband comes home, he'll smash in your head. Get out of here fast. If you don't, you'll be dead.
Oh, come on, you're kidding. Your husband's long gone.
If he isn't dead, he surely moved on.
Shut up, you guys. Can't win your heart. My name is Telly, and I know mixed martial arts.
What's this? A young pup defending the place?
Get out of here, boy, or we'll mess up your face. On second thought, I have an idea so fine. Go down to the cellar and bring us some wine. We're staying, my lady. Now you make a choice to make a husband of one of us. Use your voice.
So they drank, and they partied till dawn. They made a mess of the place with their partying on. And word went out far, and even farther than that Odysseus' party was where it was at.
We welcome to a place, a whole awesome host, a group of guys that you'll love the most. There's Billy the Bully of Billigan Bay, and Mortimer Andrew of Gilligan Shea. There's Chippy the Snip, a wonderful dude if you like burping and slurping and anything crude. And Ugrek, the mountainous son of a gun, he's eaten 2 cows and weighs nearly a ton. So as you can see, all the greatest men in the land have all gathered here to ask for your hand. So I ask you again, and we're all waiting to hear, which of these men will become your sweet dear? Penelope Ann Buffy McVeigh. Pick one of us here to marry today.
All right. I can see that you want.
Oh, no!
But I'm leaving the shroud, and I'll choose when I'm done.
That's fine with us. We'll sit, we'll wait.
And while we're waiting, we'll throw a party so great.
So the men settled down, and they drank and they drank. They drank until the hall quite literally stank. And the prince of the place...
I have to go back, but I can't find the door. Don't worry, my friend. Just use that section of floor.
And the prince of the place, young Telly, was sad. He sat down and cried and thought of his dad.
Oh, Dad!
But then who should appear on that magnificent night? The goddess Athena in all of her might.
Oh my gosh, it's you. I knew it was true. I have a fairy godmother and her eyes are so blue.
Listen, you twit! They are not blue. They are gray. Be quiet and nod, and hear what I say. I am no fairy, but a goddess instead. Years ago, I sprang from my father's head.
That's weird.
I said to be silent. Just sit there and nod, because I have no patience, even though I'm a god. I'm a friend to your father. We go all the way back, and he'll soon be here to lead the attack. So for the moment, don't die. Just keep sitting tight. Odysseus will return
Odysseus guy.
Let's take it back 10 years to the end of the war. The war with the Trojans, if you're keeping score.
All right, men, gather up and let's get in the ship and finally go home after this triumphalist trip.
So they packed up their things and they loaded in the boat, and they shoved off for home without leaving a note. Now, one of his crew, his name was Ajax. He was strong as an ox, but had a brain full of tacks.
This is so great. We'll be home before lunch. I've got sweet selling skills, and I have a hunch. There's nothing in Corliss land or Corliss Sea. There's nothing around here quite as awesome as me.
For those of you sitting in school taking a rest, that's called hubris. It'll be on the test.
It means that you're proud, prouder than most. And if you're going to have hubris, you're going to be toast. So up from the water came a mighty loud roar, and there appeared in the ocean, quite far from the shore, a guy, a little quizzical guy with trident in hand, who spoke with a voice both majestic and grand.
I am Poseidon, and I speak for the seas. And believe me, you've never seen seas such as these.
Hey, buddy, get out of the water, because we're sailing through. We just want a war, and we're tougher than you.
I am Poseidon, and I speak for the seas. And your disrespect will land you on your knees.
I don't care what you say, you weird little man. I'm the baddest big flasher on sea or on land.
Hey, Ajax, maybe you ought to just shut it, because I don't think...
Silence!
Oh, now you've done it.
I was about to let you and your friends go on your way, but not now. Now, you all pay today.
Can I make a quick point? It was Ajax that spoke. I would punish him and let the rest of us go.
Nope. For the sins of the one, I'll punish you all. He's wrecked for everyone. Now all will fall. You see, once one has done wrong and broken the rules, I'll make you all suffer, just like middle school. Once again, I'll tell you my name. I am Poseidon, and I run this game. I'm god of the seas, the oceans and quakes. I'll give you the willies. I'll give you the shake. Oh, the places you'll go and the places I'll see. The islands with monsters where you're on the menu. And sometimes it may seem like you're going to win. You'll find beautiful ladies with beautiful grins. They'll smile and they'll dance and they'll run up to greet you.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Then they'll eat you. Oh, the places you'll go, you ridiculous fools. You've ticked off a god, and that is not cool. So off now you go to wander the seas, and I promise you haven't heard the last of me.
And he huffed, a garrulous huff. And he puffed, a ginormous puff. And all of the men heard a thunderous zoom. And into the sea their ship zoomy zoomed.
My bad.
Their masts had been snapped. They had nothing to do.
So they sat around sadly and gazed at the blue.
And every so often, a guy got a thought. Their chances of going home were sadly all shot.
But at last, they drifted to a land with a shore.
Hey, guys, an island. An island. Maybe there's more.
We hate you.
Hey, look! A sheep! A sheep! They're awfully neat, and they're awfully good to cook and to eat.
Hold on, guys. I just heard an evilish sound, as if something quite evil lived here on this ground.
Come on, we're warriors. We're not afraid. We'll follow the sheep down into the shade.
So they followed the sheep into the deep, dark cave, and they thanked all the gods for the blessings they gave.
That's it. I heard music. I don't like this one bit. I'll see you guys later. I'm going out to sit.
But it was far too late to get out of that place, because in that moment they came face to face, or rather face to knee, because the monster was awfully tall. He roared awfully loud, and they felt awfully small. They couldn't run away or call the Greek cops, because in that moment they faced the one-eyed, big-tastic, monstrous Cyclops.
You're junior little Romulus men, and have an appetite to eat 3 or 10.
For you see, though the Cyclops was awfully tall, he had a heart which was 22 sizes too small. And with that, the brave men broke into a run. But the Cyclops, he was quick. He was having great fun. With one snatch, he snatched them.
I think we're done.
And with one gulp, he ate crew member 2 and crew member 1.
All right, you big monster. You've picked on the weak, but I am called Ajax, and I am not meek.
Quiet, you dunce, or you'll end up as brunch for this gigantic, one-eyed mean Cyclops to munch. But I've got a plan for this titan in store.
And in popped crew member 3 and crew member 4.
Hey, where were you guys when all this was at?
We don't say a whole lot. We sit in the back.
us that you think we are food. Please let us leave and spare the lives of these men, and we will never, I mean never, bug you again. And if I may ask you one question? How do you see without depth perception?
All the sights I can spy with only one eye. If I try, I can spy the small flies flying by. I can spy with my eye the zoom boom bats who are flipping and flapping zoom boom hats. Oh, you really don't know what it's like to be me, to see these amazing, spectacular sights that I see. So your quest to leave is hereby tonight. Don't try to leave. I got you all spied.
You're right, mighty preacher. How could I possibly think that a poor man like me could outthink your great thing? As a gesture of peace, take this jug of red wine. Drink all that you want and have a fabulous time.
Thanks, I gotta say you Greeks sure are nice. I'll finally eat that one on a bed of fried rice.
So the Cyclops he drank, and he wasn't quite done. He had to wash down crew member 2 and crew member 1. Luckily for him, Odysseus had more. He drank and he drank, and he drank till he swore. But then all of a sudden, the cave seemed like a spinner spun. He passed out on the floor. Odysseus had won.
Great, let's go and get back to the shore.
You forgot, that big boulder is blocking the door.
It's a good thing I'm the strongest man you ever will see. Stand back, my dear man, and leave it to me.
So Ajax he huffed, and he puffed and he swore, but he couldn't quite remove that rock from the door.
This rockiest lock seems beyond mortal men. I guess we'll all starve to death in here then.
We're not gonna starve, you rock-headed man, for I am a planner, and I have a plan. First, we grind down that giant's onlyest eye. Then, beneath those fat sheep, ourselves we will tie.
What?
Trust me.
So he took a big spear, which was a mighty nice spine, and he gave that eye socket a mighty fierce grind.
Oh! Mine, only I spy none. You mean whole poor Greeks, you're going to die.
But he found that without his eye, he was really quite blind. He groped and he groped, but he couldn't quite find. Still he felt with his hands, but he only felt sheep. And the crew members made not a lonely eve peep.
Somehow they got out. They got past my big rock. How did they do it? Did they whistle or not? I will find these men from the nation of Greece. I will grab them and eat them one piece by one piece.
And as he opened the door, under the sheep they did creep, and escaped into day without making one peep. But one of his men was allergic to wool. Sneak! So the giant reached down and ate crew member 3. Odysseus got all of his men right back to his ship, and they were already ready to get on with this trip. When who should appear, much to their surprise, was a man who'd been waiting, crew member 5.
Wait, how did you make it? How are you still alive?
I'm not as crafty or as cool as crew member 5.
For a guy named for a number, he's got a mighty big head.
Don't worry about him. Let's sail forth instead.
So on they did sail, and met a new god, who we're skipping because he's not important, but odd. But he did give one thing to Odysseus and crew, a bag full of wind, the right thing to do. And as Odysseus opened that miraculous pouch, wind poured forth, and the ship roared from a slouch. And in just a few days, they were right to coast. They were going to make it home much faster than most.
I've been holding this bag for 9 nights and 9 days. I'm really quite tired. Let's rest for a ways.
What do you think of that amazing bag?
A weasel, a chicken, or a squirrel and drag?
It might be some treasure he's hiding from us.
Or the bark of a dog named Scuffledypuss?
I don't think it would hurt to take a quick peek.
No way, number 5 is no sneak. But crew member 4 was a far different sort. He was the sort whom assisted principals often report. He looked up at that bag as Odysseus slept, and with a sniggling, snortling, up to it he crept.
Maybe there's some gigantic mushroom inside. Or a big pepper bird with wings on 3 sides.
But it was no mushroom, no bird, or frilly-haired brew, as up from the bag leapt wind 1 and wind 2.
Put them back! Put them back! Put them back in the bag!
Oh shoot, I can't catch them. We're going to
The
smash.
winds blew, and they carried that ship far outer to sea than their previous trip. And with a crash and a smash on land they did land, but where they did land, no man could have planned.
My bad. Well, no use sitting here on this beach. Let's go see if there's some food within reach.
You guys are bad luck. I'm not going this time. I'm going to sit here and cry over spilt wine.
There's one thing, my good chief. I just want to add. Crew member 5 who opened that bag.
So Odysseus sat, and he sat on his duff, and he tried to find ways to repair all his stuff. But after a while, it came increasingly clear
for friends who are lost somewhere out there. And to be perfectly honest and perfectly fair, they aren't all that bright, if you know what I mean. They're actually more dim than a dum-dum machine.
Who cares about friends? I've got a party that rocks. Come back with me now and I'll knock off your socks. Because I've got this like pit and it's really way big. And I'm going to roast us the juiciest pig. Cut it out!
About these here swine, there's something not right. When you mentioned their death, they were filled with affright.
Okay, fine, you got me. These pigs are your men.
How is that possible? You have magic then?
I've got magic and magic and magic to spare. And these guys were all gross and covered with hair. And they were like, hey baby, hitting on me? And I was like, ew, no. So I changed them, you see.
Seriously, it's hard, but you must understand that these men had all been far from the land. They'd seen nothing at sea except men and more men. You were a dream. It's understandable then that they behaved as they did, quite boorish and rude. But please change them back, because they really aren't food.
Oh, they are. They're the most exquisite dish. They're better than squirrels, and they're better than fish. And I plan on dining right here and right now. And you're going to help me eat them somehow. Will you eat your men as ham?
I will not eat my men as ham.
Will you eat them in a pot? Will you eat them on a cot? Will you eat your men as ham?
I will not eat them in a pot. I will not eat them on a cot. I will not eat them, not a shot. I will not, cannot, do not want to eat my men as ham. I will not eat them. No way, ma'am.
Will you eat them wearing hats? Could you please eat this ham in leafy trees?
I will not eat them with a cap, and I will not eat them wearing hats. I will not, cannot, do not plan to eat my men as ham. I will not eat them with the trees, and I will not eat them with a sneeze. There's no hope for you here, ma'am. I will not eat my men as ham.
Fine, be that way.
Now, if you are a goddess, woman, or witch, change my men back. Just make them all switch.
I prefer them as swine, I really must say, and I've had this huge craving for bacon today. But I'll do as you say with one small request. You can stay as long as you like, since I am the queen, and you are my guest.
So it worked out as she said, and they all came right back.
I feel dirty.
I feel burned. I have glaze on my back. Hey baby, girl.
Don't. So they stayed and they partied for over a year. Just what they were doing isn't quite clear.
Hey, I was wondering just when we will go. It seems like we've been here so long, don't you know?
And just then came a whoop from crew member 4. Whoop! Who was sleeping on the roof up over the door. He slipped and he slopped, and he fell down instead. He cracked open his head and ended up dead.
No! Why, gods? Why? Why have you taken this amazing cool guy? There was no one on Earth like crew number 4, and now he's all gone. Right here on the shore.
Did you see that? This is a bad sign. We need to get out of here, and now is the time.
You're right, of course. You think out of the box. But did I mention that Circe is quite a hot fox?
Your wife, your wife. You remember her, yes?
Oh yes, my wife, of course. She really is the best.
So they charted a course on the beach with some sticks. And who was there to help them? Crew member 6.
Before you all leave, there's something you know. You're going to go places. Oh, the places you will go. You're going to sail through the most treacherous spot. And if you do it just right, you'll get home in a shot. But if you don't do it right, you really will fry. You're going to die. Yes, you're all going to die.
But no sooner had they crested the very next wave, without washing or rinsing or even a shave, they entered the most dangerous part of the sea, the part that could easily kill you or even me.
First up, my friends, are a pack of gorgeous, sweet girls.
Yeah.
Who are trying to kill us with their watery whirls.
Dang it.
Sirens, they're called. They'll kill you, Ajax. So stick your ears with a ball of hot wax. That way, you won't hear their mellifluous song. I'll keep my ears open. I'm stupendously strong.
So they did as he said without saying a word. And then what a song that man heard.
We are the sirens. We're the best of the best. We're incredibly gorgeous and scantily dressed.
It's so lonely here in the sea, so deep and so blue. And we've been waiting for a cat just like you.
I've been waiting so long, I've been waiting here too. To be that cool guy. That guy just for you.
But, Odysseus, they're not who they say. They're evil, remember? They'll kill you today.
were the most beautiful girls that you ever did see, and was more endowed with personality.
We like to have fun. We enjoy watching sports. Football's our favorite, although we'll take any sort.
And we'll bake cookies and muffins from here and from there, so you can eat them while seated in a reclining chair.
They sound great. They sound awesome. I love you, I do.
You're strong, my good man. That's too good to be true.
We're better than Tuesdays. We're better than Mondays. We're better than super fantastic ice creamy Sundays.
We've got what you want. We've got what you need. So right over on you will feed.
Wait, ignore that last part.
Oh, good with a start. Odysseus is coming to be your sweetheart. Oh. Oh, no good. I still love them. They really are the best. Okay, enough. All right, we'll do the rest.
So they sailed past the sirens and now face their doom, because out in the distance they heard a horrendous boom.
All right, hold on. This next part's going to be incredibly tough. What?
What did you say?
Something about buttery stuff?
Enough with your questions. Control your dark fears. It would help if you took the wax out of your ears. On the left is a monster that fills me with dread. Her true name is Skillet, and she has 6 ugly heads, with 6 ugly stomachs and 6 ugly spleens. She's a gigantic, murderous killing machine.
6 heads she may have, but I'll kick her 6 butts. I'll slash open those stomachs with my super cool cuts.
On the right is a danger far scarier than that.
We'll skin that thing too, like skinning a cat.
It's Charybdis, who lives under the water. Instead, the body of a vulture with a hippopotamus head, with huge snakes for fingers and chipmunks for feet. It's so dangerous, we may be forced to retreat. For deep in the water, in its guzzling guts, it sucks in the ocean in a whirlpooly fuzz, then shoots it all out in a fuming cascade that could easily send this poor ship to its watery grave.
So they sailed their small ship into the dangerous place. They put up a brave front, they put on a brave face. They were men to the core, men with pride held high.
We're all gonna die!
Except for that guy. Well, deep in her cave, Skillet sat on an egg that had been left by a bird who had begged, and had wandered away and left her in charge. And now Skillet was stuck, egg-sitting today. And boy was she peeved, she was growled and annoyed. All 6 stomachs were growling and not nearly employed.
All right, let's sail through. Not too low or too high.
We're not gonna make it. We're all gonna die.
Stop being a pansy. I've got plenty of tricks.
And just then came Skillet, who ate crew member 6.
That was unfortunate. I really must state.
And then, just for fun, she ate 5, 7, and 8.
Come on, you foul creature. Just give them a chance. They didn't have any lines or a dance, one quick dance. It looks bad, Captain. We're running low on men. But here come crew member 9 and crew member 10. What are you waiting for? An invitation for 2? Let's hoist the mainsail and sail away from that goo.
Well, it's just that we...
And out roared Skillet at 8, 9, and 10.
Oh, stop it! Stop it! Stop eating my men!
They steered her to the right and avoided her bite, and avoided full Ajax, who was itching to fight. But next came a sight which filled them with fright, and haunted their dreams for many a night.
Boom, shaka-laka-laka, boom, shaka-boom.
It was Charybdis the coom, and it spelled out their doom, with a boom and a thoom and a watery plume.
Boom, shaka-laka-laka, boom, shaka-boom. Boom, shaka-laka-laka, boom, shaka-boom. Bugga-boom, bugga-boom. Boom.
And with its thrashing and splashing and banging away, it formed a whirlpool as big as Whirly Mache.
Hold on, everybody. We're caught in its grip. This whirlpool world's got a hold of the ship.
Boom, shaka-laka-laka, boom, shaka-boom. Boom, shaka-laka-laka, boom, shaka-boom.
The whirlpool spiraled and whirled them right down. It turned them and squirmed them and spun them around. And the next thing they knew, those unfortunate men had come back to the cliff to face Skillet again. She came with her sharp claws, she came with her sharp teeth. She came with 6 heads, 6 stomachs, and 6 spleens beneath.
I've had enough of this thing. I've had enough of this beast. It's time for Ajax to save us from getting deceased.
So he leapt to his feet with a great battle cry.
You horrible mean creature, you're going to die.
And he drew his sharp sword and swung for its eyes, and was quickly eaten up by head number 5.
I'm out of here, man. That guy had a name. I'm crew member 12. It fills me with shame.
Crew member 13 is not getting aboard. He's unlucky, I tell ya. He fell on his sword.
Waitress, uh-oh, what happened to the boom and the foom? That monster in there has changed its whole tune.
Old 12 was right, and it was worse than he knew, for Charybdis was in sucking all the water so blue. And just when it seemed to not have any room,
Boom!
Well then, my friends, that could be the end of our tale.
but it's not, because Odysseus was saved by a whale. A whale with terrible breath and razor-sharp teeth, who clawed him and bit him and tore him beneath.
So he drifted apart, and he drifted alone, quite nearly as far as the boat. And as he lay on the sea and wished he were dead, there came a weird image to his wiggly head.
Odysseus, it is I, your friend from above. I'm the goddess Athena, and you I do love. You've had a bad spell, but count yourself lucky. It could have been worse. It's not all that sucky.
What are you talking about? I'm alone and near death, and I've just about breathed my lastest small breath.
Oh, but surely, come on. It's not really that bad. There are people worse off in this trip that you've had. Imagine Terry the Toweler of Turin and Tide. He's in charge of toweling that Hercules guy. And believe me, that guy sweats like a pig. You've never seen him stink nearly that big. Or think of the girl who styles Medusa's fine hair. Trust me, my friend, you don't want to go there. But I'm feeling pity. It's funny, I know, because I know that you've had a really rough go. So here is a boat with an oar and a sail to help you get home and end this travail.
So in a matter of minutes, he was sailing alone, and after 10 years of his journey, Odysseus was home.
But our story's not over, not on your sweet life. There's the matter of those guys who were after his wife.
Penelope Ann McBuffin McVeigh, it's finally time for your choice today. We seen through this business with sewing that shroud. Pick one of us now, no delay is allowed.
Okay, I admit it. You're the finest men left. The rest all died in the war, and I am bereft. So here's what I'm going to do with you all. We'll hold a contest tomorrow, and I'll make the call. We'll film it, of course, with the producer I know, and sell rights to the Fox for a reality show.
Mom, no, you can't do it. Dad's coming back.
Telly, I'm afraid your father has brains that you lack. Now go on and play. Do something outside. I've tried to stay single. Oh, how I've tried. But there comes a time when you have to give up and marry a stranger without a prenup.
So young Telly ran from that nefarious report, and he cried as he stumbled into his tree fort. And who should be there just making a plan? It was his father in disguise of a scary old man.
Ah, what are you doing here, you homeless old fool? Get out here fast, or I'll take you to school.
You must be young Telly, the boy of the place. Well, I'm not going anywhere, so wipe that look off your face.
You asked for it, you stimulus. I'm gonna beat you up fast and give you no food.
You're the warrior's son, and that's the best you could do? You ridiculous, silly, pathetic boy, you.
Stop it, you're hurting my arm. I'm not very strong, you'll cause permanent harm.
Hold still, you small wimp. I'm not who I seem. I'm the man from your past, the man from your dream.
The man from my dream, I'm sure you are not. He was a hero, a king, not some creepy skin rot.
Listen, you dolt. I'm up here in disguise. I've disguised my face. I've disguised my eyes. To sum it up clear, I'm the best that's ever been had. I'm your father, your old man, your papa, your dad.
No, that's impossible.
What's wrong with you now? I said I'm your father. There's no need to howl.
Oh, sorry, I just figured you'd be bigger than big, bigger than elephants, whales, or a mighty big pig.
I've said it once. I guess I'll say it once more. This is a disguise. Did you check your brains at the door? Believe me, I'm stronger than the strongest men there. I've got muscles on muscles with muscles to spare. I've fought in the wars and slain many a man. And believe me, there's no one as tough as I am. Except for the gods, who are really quite cool. I don't have hubris. I'm not that big of a fool. But I do have one thing not seen in these parts, and that's my brain and my smarty smarts.
So Odysseus' son conceived of a plan to get revenge on those suitors to the very last man. And while they were scheming that miraculous scheme, they started father-son bonding to make a great team.
So tell him, my boy, how are the girls in this place? Have they responded to your voice and beautiful face?
To tell you the truth, the girls don't like me too much. They laugh in small groups or recoil at my touch. I've taken to collecting small action figurines. They don't laugh at me much and aren't quite as mean. The girls make fun of me often and call me a stork.
By Hera and by Zeus, my only son is a dork.
The next day was a contest for Penelope's hand, a contest for miracles, a contest so grand. This was my husband's. It's his mighty bow. This bow is so tough. This bow I now show. This bow is tougher than you possibly know. The task is simple. One arrow is all you require. Just fit it in here and first aim, then fire.
I'll take the first shot, since I'm stronger than strong. I'm stronger than the sumo champion Wong Pong.
I don't know who that is.
He's very strong, like a wall of meat. He did not know we're now string at their bow, because these murder guns are not just for show.
Ow, geez, it hurts. I think I threw out my back. All right, I'll try this bow. I'll take the next shot, because I'm a man. The rest of you clearly are not. Dang it.
So no one is man enough to be my new man. I guess I'll stay single and do what I can.
No way. I don't care if you failed that test. You may one of us here, or you'll never rest.
Excuse me, my lady. I can't help but say this. Do you mind if I try the bow of Odysseus?
Are you kidding me? That's this ugly old grunt. He's a geezer. A gooser. Go back to your home. Down your bed, or we'll smash you with stones.
I'm sorry the contest is open to all on the stage. I don't judge by race, gender, or even old age.
All right, then. I'll try it. I'll give it a go. But first, let me mention that your husband, I know. He was brave, intelligent, dashing, and buff. He had the greatest hair ever. Incredible stuff.
Hair's cooler than cool.
More than that, my friend. He seriously ruled.
Come on, grandfather. Just try the bow. Stop trying to impress us with this guy that you know. If Odysseus were here, he'd break me bid. I'd bash him and smash him and kick his rear end.
All right, then. What's your name? Guy number 3? Just making sure I know that for later, you see.
So Odysseus pulled on a string of that bow.
Hey, look, I can do it. Well, what do you know?
With a kazip and a slip, that arrow did fly and hit number 3 right in his left eye.
Whoa. Hold on. Pause. Wait. That part is kind of violent.
What do you mean violent?
There are kids in the audience.
Well, what do you want him to do then?
Well, I don't know, but can't we do this without the violence?
It's okay. I didn't really get him by.
All right. Got an idea, but we have to end this thing.
No blood?
No blood.
No violence?
Some violence.
No violence.
No violence directed at humans.
Fine.
Well then, my friends, we have to finish the story. And for some reason beyond me, it can't be all gory. We're going to portray this as clean as we can, without blood or dismemberment of even one man. Our actors are ready. In case anyone cares, we're going to portray this with our own teddy bears. Now, where were we? Oh yes, Odysseus had that mighty great bow, and he was about to show all the things he could show. So he reared back and let that swift arrow go. She'll lip and she'll laugh, kazip and kazoo. Oh, how that arrow did fly, and hit Mr. Fuzzbuzz in his glassy dark eye.
You struck me, you fiend. Now my dander is up. You'll pay for that shot, you and that little pup.
Boy, look at me. I'm quaking in my furry bare feet. I bet you'll be incredibly tough to defeat. Tougher than Circe, the Cyclops, or Scylla. Yeah, I bet you're the one that's the most tough to kill. But you forget one thing, you silly suitor man, you. This story is named after me, and not after you.
So Odysseus got a sword in his furry bear paw, and Mr. Fuzzbuzz got an axe, and they prepared to draw. Up from the suitors came a mighty fright cheer. It steeled their soft spines and smothered their fear. They had fight in their eyes, in their paws and their noses. They had fighting ingrained in their cute little toesies. Oh, what a ferocious furry host fought upon there. And they charged up Odysseus, bear after bear.
First up was proud Newton, the smuggler of Smee, also known as Smug
some more?
Next came Fuzzy McBean and his McBeanery crew, made up of Fuzzy Bear 1 and Fuzzy Bear 2. They snarled and zarled and made a bazum, and Odysseus speared them while chewing peppermint gum. Up stumped the Wombus, wielding his magical darts. He stomped and he bombed and was cut in parts.
But then came the most terrible bear of them all. He was a little bit short, almost quite small. He had paws that were soft, eyes cuter than cute. There were 21 colors on his fluffy bear suit. His name was whispered on the lips of those around the room.
The original Ziggifus Bongo Boom.
He came like a whisper. He came like a bomb. He came zooming in on his zoomy gazong. This was no common bear, not simple to doom, not regional Ziggifus Bongo Boom.
Hi-ya, 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 hi-yo. You're doomed, I zip and I zoom. I'm the meanest, yet cutest, the neatest, and the zootest. I'm tougher than you or the angriest boost.
You think that I'm scared of this cute little bear? I'll take you apart, up here or down there. You think that I'll faint or cower or tremble, do ya? Take this. Bow, bloom, bow, booyah.
These bears didn't fight like me or like you. These guys were the masters. They both knew kung fu. Until finally one moment, there was a great slip, and over a small pool, our hero did trip.
That's it. You're done. I have fought here and won. Your hopes are ended, your life is undone.
And he took his bear sword for the final attack.
And just then, young Telly stabbed him in the back.
No! So they stood and they laughed. So they stood there at last, together, father and son. And they stood as they would, but the battle wasn't yet won. For the suitors tried one last charge of all charges.
Come on, bears, let's destroy these two margins.
So that was the end of the suitors' great stand. And they had to admit, it didn't go quite as planned. Odysseus stood there, wet in carnage, drenched to the bone. He stood there and cried,
Honey, I'm home.
Odysseus, my husband, have you come home at last? What have you been doing in these years that have passed?
Well, I took a wrong turn when we set out from Troy, and my men were all eaten, and my ship was destroyed. But now I'm home. I've made it all the way back, and I'm going to kiss you.
Hold on there, Jack. You've been gone 20 years, if it really is you. But tell me one thing. I was true, were you?
Come on, baby. You know me. You know I would never go after something so low. Sure, there were nymphs, and maybe a goddess or two, but I told them no way. I was married to you.
Well, if you are my guy, then answer me this. I need the right answer before I give you one kiss. Just what kind of bed is up there in our room?
That's simple, if I may presume. That bed is made from the trunk of a tree. I know that because I carved it, you see.
Oh, it's true. It's you. It really is you. You made it back home from out of the blue. I've waited so long. I thought you were doomed. Wait a minute. What have you done to this room?
Oh, well, I had to kill a few guys, but it's okay. They weren't all that smart or even that wise. But now I'm home, and we're united at last, and it's time that you give me that kiss that I asked.
Yeah, sure. Of course. But could we wait for an hour? You're desperately in need of a shower.
Oh, you're right. I truly am rank. I'll be back soon, after a dip in the tank.
So Odysseus drew a great bath of bubbles that day, and as he soaked there, he thought,
Calgon, take me away.
and